Alright, today I'm going to, I'm taking the inner door panel. It's just kind of hung up on that. You see how I had cut off the inner door panel to mount the latching system, the bear claw and all that. And now what I want to try to do today is put it back in and still have it clear all the pieces here. I got the piece of masonite to simulate the glass. I got the channel in there. I just got this on here just to regulate the window regulator. But what I'm trying to do now, what happens is, because I raised this part out, here's the edge of the door originally, and I raised it out to bring the put the bear claw in. Well, I have to, on the door panel, it's going to go into here, so I had to raise it out. So this is what I'm going to do. Now, with the panel in here, I drilled out the rivets. I just put a screw in there just to help hold it. This side here, I lined it up where I had cut it originally. Well, this side over here, you can see it was trimmed quite a bit. Now this part, it used to come to the here. So what I did was I went this far and bent it out to line up with the piece that I added here. So you can see it comes in and goes out. And I tried to bend it at the right distance from here over to there, so it would kind of wedge in there and hold itself for now. And then this piece here, this is what the inner door handle has to hook to pull on. So when the door is, I don't know if I can get my hand in here, but and you can see the latch. See how the door will latch open when this is pulled. So you close the door, and then I have to have a lever coming to here to pull it just a little bit to release it. Now what I'm going to use, I've got the inner door handle to that Jeep, and I'm gonna mount that somewhere like that, where this lever here, so when you pull on it, let me get this. So when you pull on it like that, it'll pull this way, and I'll hook it up to up here, and it'll pull on it, and it'll open the door. So somewhere around here, I don't know quite where. I got not too close to the door handle, obviously, but maybe lined up like that, or it doesn't have to be perfectly lined, because I can bend the rod that go over, because all it has to do is move that about 1/4 of an inch, and this has got more than 1/4 inch throw. So if I put it, you know, I can that's pretty much lined up a straight shot to that lever down there, but I can, you know, move it up to here. The problem is, if I put this, let's see how I can do this. If this part here has to be flush with this, but the distance from here to there, let me line it up here, goes in quite a bit, and you can see it's going to hit the mock-up of the window. So what it looks like I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to build up this surface further out, so that maybe it's almost sticking out that far, or maybe half that distance, enough so that this will clear the window on the inside. You can see I notched that out so I could at least see see what I'm working at, and I can get at it, because once this is all welded in, I got to be able to get at this to, if I ever have to work on it and disconnect the rods or stuff like that. But that's what I'm trying to engineer up now. You know, somewhere along in here, build it out a little bit, cut out just a little bit, a panel section out of here, and we'll see what we can get done today on that. the piece, this is going to go pretty much like that. Pretty much like that. And that's how I'm going to, you can see it's going to move it out away from the door. And then I traced the handle, the hole that it needs, with this piece right here. This it's going to go like that. And then I traced it out, and now I'm cutting it out. So this is the piece. So this whole assembly, and it's the other side, but this assembly here will, this assembly will drop in there, and it'll hold it far enough away from the door so that this lever will have clearance, and it's a straight shot right down to the lever. You can see it right there. It's got to go to that, and when you pull on it, it'll open the door. So I'm basically building the surface, this surface here, further out, and I'm going to mark the door handle there, and it's far enough away from the crank so that there'll be plenty of clearance. It's going to be kind of something like that. So that's what's step B. So I got the piece kind of just marked in, it's clamped here, but that's basically how it's going to go. This is, the hole's cut out to hold that in. This is going to be welded down. This is going to be welded down as it will be trimmed here. I'm going to cut out a hole here so I can still be able to do any maintenance or whatever I need to do on here. I don't want to close it up and then I'll never be able to get at it. So I'm gonna cut out an opening in here so I can be able to get at the ends of the rods that come from here. In fact, it might go a little bit higher so that I won't be cutting off right through here. I can like leave a little edge, a little space there, cut like a window, and then move this up a little bit. So that's kind of how it's gonna go, and then I'll weld a piece along the side here and on the bottom, and then that'll be the door. And there's plenty of room away from the window crank. Plenty of room to be able to grab that. And you can just, this is actually the this one's upside down. This is the other side door. The opening is going to be on this side, so you can put your finger. Let me see. Let me grab the other one. Okay, there it is. You just reach in here and grab it, open it up. I'll trim it there. I'll weld that in. Weld some sheet metal up in here to tie that end in off. With this in, I just got to put a bead along here. That'll lock that in. And then down there, I could just leave the screws. I guess it don't matter. I could weld it. That's how it's gonna go. So far, it looks like it's gonna work. You know, and I want to keep checking it out before I actually do any welding. But that's it. Cool. Okay. We welded in the door panel to the top piece. Ground it down. Over here, where we had bent this up to meet this piece, and welded it there and ground that. And we welded it all along here, so the door, the inner door panel is in now. Now we made this piece here. This is pretty thin. This is I think this is 18 gauge, and we've notched it out so that this make a liar out of me now, huh? Okay, that, the piece in the bottom is hitting. Okay, so that's in there, and you can see that it pulls on the arm. I cut a slot out in the inner panel for clearance for the arm. This is a little plastic piece that's going to pull the rod under here. That will be sitting up and won't be down in the groove. So there's plenty of room that goes in there. Now, what holds this piece in, you see there's a little hole down in there, so I got to put a screw, and that'll hold this piece down in here. So what I did was what I'm going to do, I haven't done it yet, I saved these little clips that hold the sheet metal screws, and then I bent a piece of steel. Alright, bent another piece of sheet metal. It's kind of thick because I wanted some body to it, and that's going to sit in there like that. I'm going to drill a hole, put the clip on there, and then this will slip in there, and then the screw will go through there into that, and it'll hold it in place. Then once I get that in there, then I'm going to start welding in the sides. Not all the way. I want to leave some access here so I can be able to work, you know, put the rod in or remove it if I ever have to. So I'll put a piece here to here. That'll go this way, and that'll help hold this up so it won't flex. And then I'll put the other side. I can probably put the whole length. I can put a piece all along here, which will be right here, all the way up to here, and just weld it all the way around. That'll give it support here. And I can just put a couple of pieces here and here, and that'll hold it up. That'll hold it up so it won't squish down when you try to tighten the screw, and when you pull on the handle it won't flex. So that's what we got so far, and that's what we're going to do. So right now I'm going to notch this, so this will slip down in there and it won't turn. There'll be edges holding it, and I'll show you that in a sec. Okay, I notched it out with the disc, with a little wheelie cutter here, and I drilled a hole. So now when this is pressed in there, it won't turn, because that'll help lock it, and it'll be, you know, it'll be sitting in there nice. Okay, and then all I'll have to do is I'll put the handle in here, I'll line this up, take the handle out, and weld it. The clip will be in there, and it'll hold it in. Then I can put the sides on. Voila. So we got the panel in now. As you can see, we extended out, welded it here, 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 along that edge. Came out, and then back. There's the little piece with the clip in it. We left this open here so we could get the rod connected to there and inside here, but we only got it tacked right here for now, just in case I had a problem getting the rod in. I wanted to be able to pull this out in case I had to trim it back and get a little bit more room. But that's what it looks like. It goes like that. And let's see if I can put that like that. And then we take this piece, and that slips in here. Like that. And we take the little screw, and you put it there, and there it is like that. And I just have to hook up the arm to here, and we got our inside door. It's away from the window, so there's no interference in here. And we'll make a door panel that'll, cover this, maybe cut out for this. We'll put some cloth, something over there in the upholstery around the panel. So that's what it looks like. Open and close. We're not going to use a lock. That's not going to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off and put a spacer in there, because what this does, this is actually behind here, it's a spacer for the shaft that goes through here. So I'll take this out, I'll cut a little piece of tubing, it's the same length as this. Take this off, and then right in that hole will be covered up with material or something. I'll put some kind of backing there. So it'll just be this little handle so you can reach in, open, and that's it. So, not too bad. Not too bad. The only thing was, with this lock, you can't, the only way you can lock the door is by using the key on the outside. There's no button to push and then just close the door. But that's just minor. That's nothing. One little spot here. I gotta fill this gap here, where this this inner panel ties to the side of the door. But I got all this done. I put a piece in here. I got this all welded in. This will all be covered up nice, and that's what it looks like. So, if we finish this off, get the rod in there. Today's my last day. I got to go to work tomorrow, so I won't be doing much for the rest of the week. I won't get much time, but it shouldn't be too long to get just to make up a rod in there, and I'll get something going. Maybe we can finish this week, and we'll duplicate this whole assembly for the passenger side, and we'll get that going. Get the passenger side done, so we can get, again, the whole idea is to get as much as I can indoors during the winter as I can. So come springtime, all I gotta do is hang the door. Maybe I might even be able to paint the door inside too. Get all the body work and whatever done on the doors. So then I just have to bolt them in, and then I'll work on the body, and then hang the doors. Put it that way. I'll do the body and then hang the doors, if the doors are already finished. So, coming along pretty good. Here's the outside. This has got to be sanded smooth. That's just a little bit of Bondo that was smeared around where the key was locked in, welded in, I mean. So, it came out good. I liked how that looked. It's way different. Way different. A modern handle on an old door. I like that. Makes it different. This is, of course, I won't have to patch any of that up. And just leave that open. I can use that to lube in there if I have to, or get at any rods. But, yeah, it's going to look alright. It's going to be okay. There you have it. The inner door handle is done.